Hello everyone, my name is Christian. Welcome back to Tekpon. Today our guest is Igor, the CEO and co-founder at Nuacom. Hello,
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Please tell us, what is Nuacom?
Well, Nuacom is a phone system for businesses, which is all cloud-based.
Okay, what do you see is the biggest problem that you solve for businesses?
Okay, so for businesses, we allow them to use calling software, which they can use from anywhere in the world and work from any device. And for managers, we solve the problem by simplifying the call analytics and the reporting side.
hmm what are the products that you offer?
Right. So some of the most popular features of our products are the integrations. We have a lot of them, but the most popular ones are the integration with HubSpot, Pipedrive, Zendesk, Zoho. Yeah, so our customers love that.
And how about the features?
Yes, so these were the actual features, but the product then would be the um, um, the phone system as a service
Okay,
and the calling software or the apps and integrations.
and what teams can use your product? What are the use cases?
Right. So mainly it's used by the customer care team and the sales teams,
hmm
and it helps them to kind of provide a simple way to communicate with their clients and engage with their clients to provide better customer service.
and I'd love to hear your favorite success story.
My favorite success story.
Yeah, a
Oh,
customer success story that you really enjoyed and you can share with us.
all right. Okay. Well, that's yeah, that's interesting. I think one of the most recent one was a customer which was offering um, offering their services across multiple countries in Europe,
Okay.
and they wanted an interesting setup where they had one phone number for uh, for everyone in Europe, but every time someone calls that number, the system would greet them in their local language.
Mm.
So the way we implemented that is by um, automatically detecting the caller ID, the source where they're ringing from, and based on the country where they're ringing from, we would switch the greeting message in their local language. So this is one of the recent kind of things we've done, which the customer was really happy about.
Thank you for sharing. And what is the pricing for Nuacom?
Right. So the pricing is per user per month. The most popular subscription is about 24.99 euros per user per month, which includes the integrations and the calls, the minutes for calls, so the customer doesn't have to worry about paying for minutes. So I think this is most popular because it offers them like a flat fee for predictable kind of invoicing.
Is your main market Europe?
Yes, our main market is UK and Ireland, Europe and US.
Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yeah,
Okay.
can hear you.
Yeah. Let's continue. I love to hear how competitive is your space and how you differentiate from the rest.
Yeah, so our space is very competitive. There are a lot of there are a lot of companies offering the service that we do. Um, it's a little bit different comparing with the other SaaS products, is because our infrastructure has a different requirements. So we operate with voice, which is not just a simple web application. And with voice, there is a requirement from the infrastructure to have very low latency in order to offer a good quality of calls. So not everyone manages to live up to the expectations of the customers. So we see a lot of companies, they come and go, or they struggle with the customer service. So they either the product either doesn't perform very well because of the engineering challenges, or the customer service is not great, so they have no way of dealing with the problem. The way we are different is that we started the company very early in 2009,
Okay.
and we had plenty of time to develop our product and we own the full stack. So we own the entire stack, including the voice and backend infrastructure. And over the time, we have managed to build a very secure, reliable platform. And then combined with the good customer service that we offer. So all our customer service agents are hired directly by us in-house, and we able to pass on the knowledge that we gathered over the years to them. So they are really experts at what they do. So they're able to help the customers really quick and get down to any problem, because we understand that the product we offer, it's a business critical one, and it's important that the quality of audio is always the best.
Absolutely, absolutely. And why did you choose to solve this problem?
Sorry?
Why did you choose to solve this problem? Why did you choose to start Nuacom?
Why? Oh yeah, that's an interesting story. So yeah, it was back in 2009, as I said, and one of my friends, he had like a fast food shop, and that was before the online ordering was so popular as today, and the most of orders were happening over the phone. So he found himself running a mini call center inside a fast food shop, which is not what he expected, you know. And he had to run it properly, he had to buy like a phone system, one of the Nortel or Avaya, or something super expensive. It costed him over 10,000 euro to buy, install, and then maintenance. And when I saw this challenge, I said, like, why does it have to be so expensive, you know? And why does small businesses, and a lot of small businesses, they couldn't afford this expense, and I think they were kind of falling short on what they could actually do with their calls. So the phone system as such, it was only it was considered kind of an enterprise feature, and it was accessible only to big companies. And my plan was to build it and offer to businesses as a SaaS model, and democratize the kind of the phone system product and bring it down to the small and medium businesses, and make it affordable for them. And so we were kind of early for our time, because the internet quality wasn't great really, and there was a little bit business were a little bit nervous on switching their core kind of a business part to just run over the broadband. And but look, it gave us a little bit of time to build, to test, and run through a few iterations of the product. So then when the internet infrastructure became better, we were ready for the market with a good product.
That's a fantastic story. Thank you for sharing. And
No
how big
problem.
is your team right now? The entire
At the
team?
moment, we're about 40 people. Half of the team is based in Ireland, and the other half is spread all over the world.
And have you raised any funding?
No,
You're completely bootstrapped. Wow. And
bootstrap,
yeah,
yes.
are you the only founder?
Yes, I'm the only founder at the moment,
So
yes.
at the beginning, I mistake when I said the co-founder. You're the founder.
Yeah, no, at the beginning there were a few founders,
Mhm.
but they dropped early, and it's just myself left in the business.
I understand. I understand. And how confident you are that you found product market fit?
Well, it's the customer base. We have a very solid customer base, and the company is like more than 10 years old at this stage. So I think we had enough time to figure out this out.
I understand. What has been your biggest challenge throughout the years?
Well, the biggest challenge, I'd say, mostly it's, and I think most entrepreneurs I'm talking to, they kind of relate to the same issue is hiring, and especially when you start a business, doing your first hire and learn how to delegate and kind of trust the work to somebody else to do it. And I always wanted to be a good leader and good mentor. And I was saying this as a huge responsibility from my side, and I always wanted to prepare and be ready to be a good leader. And I had to yeah, I had to kind of learn to overcome these worries. But then once you learn, then it's kind of easier.
I understand. And what did you say was your biggest mistake that you made?
Biggest mistake is that I didn't start earlier with delegating and maybe getting more people involved in helping me and seek help at early. I was kind of trying to do everything myself. And the good side of this is that I kind of learned different skills, but it just took me too much time.
I understand. Yeah. What has been your best go-to-market strategy for gaining new customers?
Um, it's kind of a interesting question. I think whatever go-to-market strategy you choose, the most important thing is once you get to talk to the customer, to be honest and open with them about who you are and what you offer, and what is your, I don't know, what's your monetization model and how you make the money and why you charge this money. And I think clients can relate to that, and you can win the trust. Gaining the trust of the customer is the most important thing. This way you get a you're not just getting a client, you get a loyal client who's gonna remember that the honesty, and just they're gonna stay with you for many years. And you can always go back to that customer, ask for the feedback on a product, ask for a reference. And this is the biggest and the biggest. It sounds like a simple thing to do, but a lot of people, I think they they focus on conversion and sales and different tactics, and I think they they missing out. They hyper focused on closing deals, but I think they need to focus on customers
I totally agree with
very
that.
early.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
totally agree with that. You said it perfectly. And you'll also feel well and satisfied because you knew you really helped someone, you didn't lie, and yeah, only the benefits. I love to hear what's your vision for the future of Nuacom.
Yeah, it might sound as a cliche at this stage. We're in the second month of the ChatGTP, or maybe more than second month now. But I think the vision for the future is it's AI, and it's going to change the world and the way we do, and it's going to have a big impact on all the products that we know. They all, in some form, try to adopt it. We've been one of the early adopters of the AI, so some of the features that we released early at the beginning of last year was text to speech, where our customers can create voice prompts
Oh, wow.
for the phone system,
Hmm.
and and the quality of those tools became very became better last year, and increased so much that it became um, it became kind of acceptable for the businesses to use it. You know, before it was sounding too robotic, but I think the breakthrough was when it became so natural. And then what else we do? We do a lot of speech analytics and voice to text.
Hmm.
We do, for example, one which is we adopted very early, like a few years ago, was voicemail to text, so that people can read their voicemail instead of listening to them. So we were just emailing them every time somebody would leave them a voicemail. We just email them the text transcript, and that was brilliant. People love that. It saved them a lot of time. And the what else we do is around the kind of a conversational analytics. We try to give offer customers kind of a text form of the conversation where they can search and then look for the keywords and things like that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love to hear your story. So, how you started your career,
Oh
going back
yeah,
from the
so
beginning.
yeah, that's a long story. It starts very early. So it started early when I was a child. I love to. I was so curious about everything. I had this natural curiosity. I was just breaking all my toys. I was opening them up to see what's inside and what makes them move or do sounds and things like that. So it was uh, it was very it was very interesting. So then yeah, that curiosity brought me into kind of coding. I remember when I had like one of my first computers, which was just it looks like a big chunky keyboard and was connected to the audio recorder, and from a tape you could load a game from a tape, from audio tape. For me, that was some sort of a magic. Like, how is that possible? And I remember when it was loading, you would wait like for 15 minutes, and all you see on the screen is just code, code, code.
Wow.
And at the end, we just run that code. And sometimes it would fail, because the tape, the quality or something, that code would just freeze on the screen and would throw some errors. And I had to fix the bugs and solve without me knowing what that language is. And this way, how I discovered the algorithms and coding, and that got me into coding and passion for programming. And yeah,
I understand. Thanks for sharing. I
no problem.
appreciate the transparency. What's your best piece of advice for a starting founder?
For a starting founder, my advice is uh, learn how to delegate work to other people who can do it better than you. But at the same time, try to research the topic. So, for example, if you hiring somebody in sales, read about what sales job is about, the sales methodology, the best practices, because at some stage you'll have to keep accountable those people, and you need to interview them. You need to know they need to report to you. You need to speak their language, their terms. So it's important to do. You don't have to do it much. You need to try to do one or two sales. See what is it like, so you
Hmm.
can later say, look, I've done it. I know what is it like. So you need to gain trust and lead by example. Um, but try it yourself and then delegate it. That's my advice.
Awesome. Awesome. What's your favorite SaaS product apart from Nuacom?
Yeah, well, yeah, I was about to say Nuacom, but you said apart from Nuacom, so I have to think about something else. Well, I have two products actually in my mind. I like Intercom.
Hmm.
It's a great product. I like their web chat.
Also from Ireland.
They're also from Ireland. Yeah, they're really, really nice product. I like how they execute on the product, their user experience, um, the operator, and what's in the admin panel, what you can do. I like a lot of things about they do. I like how they release quickly to market all the new features, and with the product development, I think they're spot on. I also like Slack a lot. Um, and I'm just always fun to watch how they try to solve different problems, how they try to address them, and I think they do very well. So these would be the two products that I love the most.
Absolutely. They're fantastic. Is there anything else that you want to mention on today's podcast?
No, it's just yeah. So I think that's all.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much for joining.
Sure, no problem. Thanks for having me.